Week 6 is here, and I'm back, and I'm giving you the most epic weekly NFL picks of the year, the ones that you can depend on, ones that you can rely on. And I know last week I actually went 7-6 last week, but that's okay because I got the most important game of the week correct, and that was the Dallas Cowboys versus the New Jersey Jets. I got that. We dropped 40 on the New York Jets, and we got that W. So that was the most important one. So even though I did go 7-6, it's quite all right. Shout out to everybody that actually commented on the video. I want to give a quick shout out to my man Panda, my man ESPN Peaky, my sister as well. Thank you guys for commenting on last week's video and let me know what picks I got right and let me know what your picks was. So here I am again giving you guys some more expert, reliable, dependable NFL picks for week 6. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We got a Thursday night game coming up. We actually got a division Thursday night game between the Giants and the Eagles. I will say that the Giants and Eagle game normally is pretty tight. The Giants have been really close on beating the Eagles the last couple of times they actually matched up together. So I wouldn't be too surprised if the Giants actually take this game and beat the Eagles and get the Eagles another L for the second consecutive week. The Eagles go and they lose again. I would not be surprised if the Giants actually beat them. However, it is a Thursday night game. Anything is possible. Thursday night football games are not really the best as far as being exciting, as far as high scoring, everything like that. They are normally pretty slow paced. So I'm actually going to go with the Giants to defeat the Philadelphia Eagles on this short week. They got Jackson Dart. The rookie is looking still pretty good, even though they did lose last week against the Saints. The Giants did, but so did the Eagles. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Giants for the upset over the Philadelphia Eagles this upcoming Thursday night on Thursday Night Football. Next game we got coming up, it's considered a bye week for the Dallas Cowboys. We actually got the Panthers. So kind of like how we had the bye week last week against the New Jersey Jets, we actually got a bye week against the Panthers. The Panthers are 2-3. The Cowboys are 2-1. The Cowboys are actually favored by 3.5, which is actually kind of low. They are actually playing in Charlotte. But I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys to beat the Carolina Panthers. Not really much to see here. They should dominate the Carolina Panthers. They should drop 50 on the Carolina Panthers. And they should just totally dominate the game from start to finish. And I got the Dallas Cowboys defeating the Carolina Panthers to go 3-2-1. Next up, we got the Broncos and the Jets. Jets still suck. They're 0-5. They're going to be 0-6 after the Denver Broncos get hands on them. The Broncos are 3-2. They did happen to beat the Philadelphia Eagles last week, so I'm proud about that. Go Broncos, go Broncos, go Broncos. And they're going to beat the New Jersey Jets and make them guys go 0-6. Next up, we got the Cardinals and the Colts. The Cardinals find a way last week to actually lose the game, even when they had the game in hand. They had a player that just run to the end zone and dropped the ball before he got to the end zone, which actually cost the Cardinals the game because they ended up losing to the Tennessee Titans last week when they actually had the Tennessee Titans beat, but they messed up and they are going to mess up again this week and they're going to lose to the Colts because Danny Dimes got the Colts looking like Super Bowl contenders. So here's a wild prediction. I think the Colts are going to go to the Super Bowl and face my Dallas Cowboys, where the Dallas Cowboys are going to defeat the Colts. However, for this week only, we're not going to look too far ahead. I got the Colts winning against the Cardinals. The Colts going to go 5-1. The Cardinals going to go 2-4. Next up, we got the Miami Dolphins and the Chargers coming up. The Los Angeles Chargers over the Miami Dolphins. Fairly easy. The Dolphins are playing at home. No Tyreek Hill. They're 1-4. They're on the verge of actually about to fire their coach. So I fully expect the Chargers to dominate the Miami Dolphins. The only thing that might be a little bit concerning for the Chargers is probably the weather. I'm not quite sure how they're actually going to play in this hot weather down here in Miami. But I think they're still going to overcome the the Dolphins. And the Dolphins are going to go 1-5. And the Chargers are going to go up to 4-2. Next up, we got the Saints and the Patriots. The Saints are 1-4. They finally got their first win last week against the Tennessee Titans, I believe. And the Patriots actually beat the Buffalo Bills. They actually got that prediction wrong last week. I actually had the Bills over the Patriots, but somehow the Patriots end up beating the Bills, and the Patriots are 3-2. They're going to be going to New Orleans to actually face the Saints, who are 1-4, who finally got their first win for Kellen Moore last week. But however, I think the Saints go back on their losing streak and they lose against the Patriots. I got the Patriots over the Saints in a shootout. New England's actually favored by 3.5 on that, but I'm definitely going to go with the Patriots on that. Next up, we got two terrible teams, which is the Steelers and the Browns. Steelers are 3-1. The Browns are 1-4. The Browns just traded away one of their quarterbacks, Joe Flacco, to the Cincinnati Bengals. They got Dylan Gabriel coming up as quarterback number 1, and I'm assuming that Shedeur Sanders is going to be quarterback number 2. However, Dylan Gabriel did play okay last week in London, but we're going to see if he's able to continue to roll with that momentum against the Steelers. But I'm actually going to roll with the Steelers over the Browns. Dylan Gabriel gets a taste of Mike Tomlin and his Steelers defense, and I think he doesn't play well. And the Browns go down, and the Steelers win that game fairly easy. Then we got the Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks. The Jacksonville Jaguars are playing at home. Surprisingly, the Jaguars are 4-1. I don't know how they're 4-1, but they did defeat the Kansas City Chiefs last week on Monday Night Football. So we got to give them some sort of credit. Am I saying that the Jaguars are going to go to the Super Bowl? No, I'm not saying that at all. But the Jacksonville Jaguars are 4-1. They're looking pretty good. I just don't think that they can keep it up through the entire season and into the playoffs to make any type of deep run. But we shall see. And I'm actually going to go with the Seattle Seahawks over the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Seattle actually humbles the Jaguars and actually bring them back down to earth. And they go up 4-2, and the Jaguars in that particular game at 4-2 as well. And then they go about their day. Next up, we got the Ravens and the Rams. The Ravens with Cooper Rush is crazy. They are a bad football team. I don't know what the Ravens were thinking when they signed Cooper Rush to back up Lamar Jackson. Actually, I know what they were thinking. They were thinking that Lamar Jackson would never, ever, ever get hurt, and they would never have to play Cooper Rush. But here we are today. Lamar Jackson is hurt. Cooper Rush is the next man up. Cooper Rush looked like a bum last week, even though he is coming from the Dallas Cowboys. He's coming from America's team where he played immaculate in the absence of Dak Prescott. But however, that magic is not carrying over to the Baltimore Ravens, and they are looking like a trash team who's probably going to go 1-5. And I got the Rams winning over the Ravens in crazy fashion. I think the Rams might even drop another 40 or 50 on the Baltimore Ravens, and the Ravens go 1-5. The Rams go 4-2. In the afternoon game, we got the Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. They both were 1-4. The Raiders has been kind of disappointing all year long. Everybody thought they was going to be contending for that particular division with the Chargers and the Chiefs, but that has yet to happen. Geno Smith is looking like Geno Smith of old, and he's looking pretty bad out there with the Raiders. However, they are playing the Tennessee Titans, who finally got their first win of the season last week. However, that is going to end, and I'm going to go with the Las Vegas Raiders in Vegas to defeat the Tennessee Titans. Then we got the Packers and the Bengals. The Bengals actually just traded for Joe Flacco to solve their quarterback problems. I actually thought the other dude, Browning, was actually playing pretty decent. He had some pretty dots to Jamar Chase last week in their game. However, here comes Joe Flacco, and I believe he's actually going to be starting for the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know how the play calling is going to work. Green Bay is coming off they bye. The Packers are 2-1-1. They had a tie with my Dallas Cowboys, and they're actually playing in Green Bay. Green Bay is actually favored by 14.5 points over the Bengals. And, you know, that is a pretty huge spread. I don't think they're going to cover the spread. But, however, I do got the Packers winning over the Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, Pinky, I got your Packers winning over the Cincinnati Bengals, sir. Again, Pinky, I have your Packers winning over the Cincinnati Bengals. You see what I'm doing right there? I'm playing a little Jedi mind trick. So hopefully the Bengals actually defeat the Packers, because I'm over here jinxing the Packers and hoping that they lose, even though I got them winning. Okay, so I don't want to hear it. Next up, we got the Buccaneers and the 49ers, two surprisingly good teams right now. They both are 4-1. The Buccaneers are coming off a W last week in Seattle. The 49ers actually won last week as well. The 49ers are doing pretty good with Matt Jones. Who? Matt Jones at the quarterback position, right? He's doing pretty well, so I'm pretty surprised how well he's doing with the 49ers, but he's doing his thing. Do we have a quarterback controversy in San Francisco between Brock Purdy and Matt Jones? We might. We just might. But Tampa Bay is actually favored in that game by 2.5. You got the 49ers coming to Tampa, And I think Tampa's going to beat the 49ers, and they're going to go up 5-1, and the 49ers going to drop a game and go 4-2. And the Sunday night football game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. Kansas City Chiefs actually lost the game to Jacksonville last week in Jacksonville on Monday Night Football. So they're actually going to be going back home, and the Detroit Lions are going to be coming to Kansas City to play. I'm going to actually go with Kansas City. I think they're going to get back on track and facing the Detroit Lions. The Lions don't really look too good on the road, especially Jared Goff, especially when we had to deal with that stadium over there in Kansas City. Kansas City is actually favored by 2.5 points. If it's a blowout, Kansas City is going to win that game. If it's a close game, I think the Lions may be able to pull that out, but I got Kansas City winning by 2 touchdowns over the Detroit Lions. So go Chiefs, go. And then Monday night we got another doubleheader coming up. The first game is actually the Bills and the Falcons. Again, I don't know why they're putting the Falcons on the Monday Night Football game. They should have flexed that game out and probably put the Cowboys and the Panthers in the Monday Night Football. You get the ratings will be a little bit much higher. So the Bills are coming off their first L of the season from last week. The Falcons had a bye. They're going to be playing in ATL. As long as Josh Allen don't go to Magic City for the Lou Pepper Wings, I think the Bills are going to win that game fairly easy. Next up, we actually got the Bears and the Commanders. I'm going with the Commanders. I'm not even talking about that other team. I'm going with the Commanders. They are favored by 4.5 over there in Maryland. They're going to be playing the Commanders at home. Jane Daniels is back. I don't know if Scary Terry is going to be back or not, but I'm just going with the Commanders. I'm not even talking about the other team at all. Commanders going to win on a Monday night, their second game of Monday Night Football on ABC. Commanders, don't let me down. Don't let me down. So, again, those are my Week 6 picks. Definitely drop in the comments your picks, anything that you think I got wrong, anything that you need to correct for me. Drop it in the comments. I will respond. Again, shout out to the people that have been commenting on the videos. My sister, ESPN Pinky, my man Panda, my man Michael, who is a Dolphin fan. Thank you very much, sir, as well. I think I got your Dolphins winning. I think. I'm not quite sure. Rewind the video and go back and check. Make sure you drop a follow on the channel. Turn on the bell icon so you know when I go live, and have your notifications set to all so you never miss another video. And I'll catch you guys on the next week. Go Cowboys.